This video is brought to you by all my Patreon supporters. Go Team Awesome!
I know a lot of you guys watch me because I'm in Japan and I do Japan related content. Even though this video is about Medium, there is a little bit of Japan connected because a lot of most of my articles in Medium are about Japan. So if you are interested in reading about Japan, not just the good stuff but the bad stuff, then definitely check out my Medium. Next video, you're going to be getting a Halloween special, I guess, a Halloween story video. So stay tuned for that. So first of all, if you don't even know what Medium is, then you should definitely watch this video here. This video is my first video about the website Medium. Medium is a platform where you can write articles about anything you want and be published and make money as well. So in my first video, I talked about why I started it, how I began, and what Medium actually entails. And after a few months of writing on Medium, I made another video showing how much I progressed and how much I made money-wise and view-wise on the website. If you watch both of those videos, you'll get an understanding of how the first few months on Medium was for me. And in this video, it's like my 1-year anniversary, I guess, because I've been writing since last September 2020. I'm not gonna lie, some of the times it was really amazing, really good to see what happened. Other time it was really heartbreaking and heart-wrenching to see how much effort I put into it and how minimal outcome I got from it. But that being said, I've never regretted joining the website, and I'm glad I did because now I'm doing really well. So in this video, I'll tell you how well I did throughout the year, but I'll also give you some tips and advice for those of you who want to write on Medium and want to try to make money on Medium as well. But before we begin, I just want to tell you about my newsletter. I send it out once a month. It's for free, and it's a newsletter that talks about YouTube and Medium. It gives you free articles to read on Medium even if you're not a member. It also has links to videos that are not available on YouTube if you're interested in that. And in that newsletter, I also answer a question usually about YouTube or about Japan or about Medium, and I answer the question for the users. So in Japan, I've been an English teacher, I've been a YouTuber, so I've been always making videos about traveling around Japan or life in Japan. I've been writing articles here and there for my own blog that I used to have. Also, I used to write for a travel website where I would talk about things to do in Japan. However, after Corona hit, and my traveling pretty much stopped, a lot of my traveling YouTube stopped as well. Actually, we joined some websites, like one of the websites is called Upwork, and that allows you to do freelance jobs. So I did some jobs there, some of the jobs including proofreading or video editing or writing articles, stuff like that. But I quickly realized like it was hard to get the jobs in the first place because there's so many people bidding for it, and then the pay was really low compared to the hours I was putting into it. And I think the main reason was I didn't like any of the topics really, because with Upwork you can't really choose the topics they give you, so there wasn't a lot of things that really interested me. And I was writing articles for myself on my website, but I realized like it wasn't really growing fast, and I was getting like 10 views for an article that I spent hours on, and of course no money, like zero money. So I was like, it's kind of a waste of time. So instead of continuing on Upwork and trying to find jobs where I could write articles for like $20 or $30 per article, and I'd have to write about something I didn't like, I decided to find another avenue. And that's when I found Medium. And on Medium, I started out writing just about things like living in Japan during COVID, or my life, or just comedy, funny things that I thought were like interesting. And that's how I started Medium. So last year when I first started, I of course had 0 followers. But in this 1 year, I've achieved so many things. So let me just tell you a few things I achieved. In terms of followers, I went from 0 to 890 followers. I'm almost at 900 followers. Maybe I've hit 900 by now, which is really good for my first year on Medium. I wrote 120 or 121 articles so far in this 1 year. That's like 10 articles a month. When people write on Medium, if they get popular in certain topics, they get known as top writers. So I was a top writer in history, mental illness, and travel. Starting, I think, April or June of this year, 2021, Medium decided to give out bonuses. They were giving out bonuses of, I believe, $50, $100, and $500. And they gave it out 4 times, and I received 3 out of the 4 bonuses. Medium has something called Curation, where when you write an article and you submit it, if the Medium, I guess the people who work at Medium, the editors or whoever they are there, if they find your article is newsworthy or interesting and they think that it would be good to promote throughout Medium, it's called Curation. And I would say out of my 120 articles, more than half were curated. which is a success for me. In August of 2021, Medium started this writing challenge where they had 4 topics and you write on those topics and you could win potentially up to $10,000 per topic. Of course, I entered all 4, so I was part of doing that, and the top 100 get $100 as well. They haven't announced the winners yet, but I was just proud that I could write in all 4 topics and submit them into the challenge. Medium also has something called publications. It's pretty much kind of having your own like channel or your own like magazine publication, I guess you would call it, your own little spot on Medium. Almost like a subreddit, I guess. So I decided to create my own publication, and it's doing quite well. A lot of the articles on there get a lot of views, so I was proud of that as well. And Medium says that only 6% or 7% of writers on Medium get more than $100 a month. And I'm happy to say out of the 12 months, 10 out of the 12 months, I received more than $100, and I guess maybe 5 months out of the 12 or 6 months out of 12, I received a lot more, which I'll be going into later in this video. I think definitely Medium is much more positive than places like TikTok, Twitter, or YouTube or Facebook. Most of the comments, as you know, in YouTube and throughout social media are negative. There's always people arguing, and there's so much division and friction and everyone calling each other out and trying to cancel each other. But I found that in Medium, at least in my case, all the writing I've done, I would say out of the 120 articles I've written, I think I got 1 comment out of whatever 200-300 comments I've received that was negative. And the good thing is Medium has something called claps. It's kind of like a thumbs up. You can send up to 1 to 50 claps per article, and there's no such thing as thumbs down or disliking, which is kind of very different from other, I guess, platforms. And I think that was important for me, because one of the things I don't like about being on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever is there's a lot of haters and people who just try to bring you down even if there's nothing that you said that was offensive. I think the second thing I like about Medium is because it's a paid platform, everyone has to pay $5 a month to be a member, or like $50 for the entire year. And with that you get unlimited reads and unlimited, I guess, access to the site. You can write articles, you can start publications, you can read everybody's articles, comment, clap, whatever you want, all for that $5 a month. So there's no advertising on the website. There's no like little pop-ups or skip ads or anything like that. So it's a very clean site. You see the pictures of the articles, you see the thumbnails, you see the articles themselves, and that's about it. So it's a very clean, elegant, nice looking website. And I like that it's easy access. You don't have to be a professional journalist or professional writer. Complete beginners who don't know anything to like professional photographers and journalists and everything in between. You can have no skill and still be able to quickly pick up the writing and the styling of Medium and make articles. And Medium is very like balanced. It's very you don't have to be like super high in followers or super high up in the chain to have your own publication or anything. You could literally not be a pay member and still create your own publication and write articles. So rather than paying all these costs to start up a website and a domain and all that stuff, you can have your own personal space on Medium for that $5 a month, or even for free if you don't want to be a paying member. Honestly, I think the money is actually pretty good, but of course it depends on your articles, depends on how popular they are, how much people read them, and so on. It's similar to YouTube where you upload videos and if nobody watches them, you don't get any money. But I feel like it's a little bit better than YouTube because even if you don't have a big following and you don't have like a huge platform or a huge presence like you should have on YouTube, even small writers who have almost no followers can write an article, and if it gets picked up and does well, then you can still make a decent amount of money. On YouTube, for the first 2 years or 3 years, I didn't make any money because there was no such thing as a partnership. Once I became a partner, I would say I averaged like $20 to $40 a month for the entire 10 years that I've been on YouTube. So I've never really gone up. Whereas on Medium, which I'll show you later, I steadily go up. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's kind of a negative for me, is the confusion of writing for Medium, because in the year that I started Medium, a lot of changes happened, and though the website itself is pretty easy to understand, some of the rules and algorithms keep changing, so it kind of gets confusing. So first of all, the way to make money originally when I first started Medium was through claps. Like I said, instead of thumbs up, they have claps. It used to be that the more claps you get on your articles, the more money you get. However, they changed the algorithm and they changed the rules, and no longer claps didn't matter. The main thing that was important for you to get money was reading time. How many people actually clicked on your article and how long they read the article. Then all of a sudden they changed the Medium logo to this other logo, and there was no real announcement about it or any kind of voting or which logo do you like or the reasoning behind the change. They just changed it, and I thought that was kind of weird. Another thing was Medium itself created a whole bunch of publications, like official publications through Medium, and they were doing really well, and a lot of people were like trying to get onto those publications because they would kind of guarantee you'd get a lot of eyes on your article. But for some reason a lot of them closed down, and Medium kind of moved away from their own publications. Another thing that kind of sucks is the way you get paid. You get paid through Stripe, so there's a lot of companies that don't, countries that don't support Stripe payment, or Medium doesn't support Stripe payment in those countries. So a lot of people in those countries lose out. Even if they write articles that do really well and get tons of reads, they get no money from it. So about curation, it's a good thing because if your article gets curated, Medium thinks it's a good article. That being said, the thing I don't like about curation, two things I guess, is you don't know where you get curated. So there used to be a way to find out how you get curated. So when my first article got curated, it got curated in, I believe it was pets, because I wrote about my experience with my cat, and it got curated in that topic. But now when you write an article, it doesn't tell you which topic it's curated in. And the bigger problem about curation is there's no real reason or rhyme to it. I don't ever find out why one article got curated and why another one didn't. There's never any reason given. For example, this article contains this kind of material, so we didn't curate it, or this article didn't have certain links or certain references or whatever. They never tell you why it got curated and why it didn't. And I think that's the most frustrating thing, because sometimes I'll spend hours and hours on an article and I'll research it and I'll provide resources, and it'll be like such a professional article, and it won't get curated. And in another article I'll just write like how I was feeling that day, for example, or like a review of a movie I watched, and that article will get curated, and I won't know why they decided not to curate this one and to curate this one. So I want to show you how well I did on Medium. I don't like tooting my own horn, but I have to say this is the first time in my entire online career that I can actually say I'm proud of the success I've made. I know I've done YouTube for 10 years and that's a proud achievement, but in terms of not only monetary, but in terms of just success on a site where you get recognized, you get noticed, and you get, I don't know how you say it, but I guess motivation. This is the first time on Medium where I felt like I'm actually doing well in social media, and I'm actually providing something that a lot of people enjoy, and that seems to be going up every month and kind of making me a part of the platform. As you can see on this graph that I made month to month, that I've improved in my views per month. I've pretty much increased in my reads per month over the year. I've increased in my followers per month every year, and of course I've improved in my money per month throughout the whole year. So as you can see, everything is in an upward trend, and I don't know how long this will last, if I'm going to plateau or not, but the main point is the more I rise in these things, hopefully the more motivation it gives me to write more articles and to do better on the site. On YouTube, even though I have done well on YouTube here and there on some videos, and I have like a strong like base following that really like me and they like my videos and they always comment and they're always nice to me. I love you guys, that's awesome. But in terms of the entire YouTube platform, I feel like I'm almost like invisible or unnoticed. I've never, even in the Japan group and the Japan vlogging community, I've always been at like the very bottom tier of the Japanese YouTubing community. and no matter what kind of videos, or I've changed my channel, I've done so many different things, and I still continue. It's not like I said I'm not going to quit YouTube, but I've noticed that I've kind of hit my limit, I think, that I'll ever get on YouTube, and I don't see myself doing any better, but who knows, you never know. Overall, I can see the results of the people reading and the comments I'm getting, and just the overall impression I get from Medium is I'm appreciated on that website. So I want to thank everybody who's actually gone to Medium, who's read my articles or clapped or responded or supported me. So there you go, that's my 1 year on Medium. I really enjoyed writing for it, and I hope that I can continue writing for this website a long time. I hope it continues to grow and it continues to get better, and I know there's going to be lots more changes coming, because there's always changes coming, but hopefully I'll be able to adapt and grow with the site. If you are already a member on Medium, please let me know your Medium handle or whatever, and I can, if you leave it in the information in the comment section, I can check it out and I can like go read your stuff. And if you are not a member on Medium and you want to become a member on Medium, could you please go to the information section and click on my membership link thing and go through there, and that'll give you access to all my articles and everybody's articles on Medium. So if you would want to be a Medium member, then please join via my link in the information section. If you want to support me on Patreon, that's also an option. For as little as $1 a month, you can see videos that are not available on YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Orange, you glad it's fall?
Can you say, oh my gourd?
Yeah? Like the caption, warming up my body and my soul? Mm-hmm. Oh, take it. Did you get it? Okay.